All right, as we get ready for the renewal of the marriage vows for Raymond and Sharon, Sister Sharon had asked me to sing this as they come in. And so we pray that it's not a wedding, but hopefully it's the closest thing you'll ever be to a wedding again, Raymond and Sharon. And I hope it'll be a blessing to you. He leadeth me, oh blessed thought, forward with heavenly comfort fraught. Whate'er I do, where'er I be, still 'tis God's hand that leadeth me. He leadeth me by His own hand. He leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by His hand He leadeth me. Well, we're here to renew wedding marriage vows for this young couple standing before me. You're only as old as you feel, right, Brother Raymond?
That's right.
We hope this will be a blessing to you, a blessing to them, and a blessing to our God above. You know, God instituted marriage. Before we have them renew their vows, I want to say if there's ever going to be a revival in America, there's going to have to be a revival about what God says about the home. There's going to have to be a revival in America about what people believe about marriage. We'll read one verse before we call them to come up here and say their vows. By the way, since they're saved, these are family members of all of us who are saved.
Amen.
These are my family members. Be careful how you treat them. Matter of fact, because I had the privilege of leading them to the Lord, they're my children. Be careful how you treat them. You speak good of my kids, I'll love you. Don't speak bad of them. But I'd like to read you this verse before we get them up here to say their vows. Hebrews 13, verse 4. I wish that churches all across America would put this verse on their changeable letter signs for those of them who have marquees out front. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Don't get mad at me. God wrote it. I just quote it. That's what God said. I'd say to you, don't shack up, marry up.
Amen.
I often tell people I married up when I married Miss O'Neill. I don't know if Raymond feels this way or not.
Yes, I do.
And to some people what it means is you married up in society. You know, you married, I thought I was because Sister Sharon, Miss O'Neill lived on Banks Avenue.
Amen.
But I should have known something when I found out it was a dirt road.
Amen.
There should have been something to give me a clue when I saw the chickens in the backyard.
Amen.
And when I started dating her, every time I went over, we had scrambled eggs.
Amen.
That's all we had. Because all they had was chickens. But Raymond and Sharon Dennard have gotten saved. And they want their home to be a Christian home. They thought that this would be special for their love toward one another and to try to emphasize to God that they want to have a Christian home. And so if you will, let's enjoy this moment together as we get them to renew their vows. They're already married, but we're going to get them to go through it one more time. I hope this one will last. Brother Raymond and Sister Sharon, would y'all make your way up here? Don't she look pretty? Brother Raymond, you look about as sharp as I've ever seen you. I expect this every Sunday from here on. By the way, you kids, we're glad you're here. I hope y'all come back tonight at 6 o'clock.
Amen.
God bless you. I haven't done any premarital counseling with them because they've been married for so long. But if they come like they've been coming, they're going to get a lot from the pulpit in counseling. So we're just going to skip all of the preliminaries about them getting together with me and me talking to you about what marriage represents, how it represents the Lord and His relationship to the church. We're just going to see if you folks are willing before God to commit yourselves to one another and to God one more time. So I'd like to ask if you folks have surely made up your mind that you want to, in the presence of God and in the presence of your family and your friends, if you'd like to renew your vows, would you signify by joining right hands? There you go. Brother Raymond, I'll address you first. You listen carefully, and when I get done, you say I did. Will you have this woman to be your wedded wife? Will you love her, honor, and keep her in sickness as in health, in poverty as in wealth, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her as long as you both shall live? Do you so promise? Sister Sharon, will you have this man to be your wedded husband? Will you love him, honor, and keep him in sickness as in health, in poverty as in wealth, and forsaking all others, keep thee only unto him so long as you both shall live? Do you so promise?
I do.
Brother Raymond, would you repeat after me the following words, please? I, Raymond Dennard, take thee, Sharon Dennard, to continue to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish, till death do us part. Amen. Sister Sharon, would you repeat after me the following words, please? I, Sharon Dennard, take thee, Raymond Dennard, to continue to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, cherish, and obey, till death do us part. Amen. kiss your bride.
Amen.
I'd like to present to you one more time, Mr. and Mrs. Dennard. Mr. and Mrs. Raymond Dennard. And we're going to have them lead us over into the fellowship hall. And we've got some stuff over there for everybody to enjoy. I suspect there's going to be plenty of food for everybody. You don't have to have brought something to stay. Please, everybody stay that will. But God bless you. Tell you what, let's do have a dismissal prayer. Let's all stand together. Then we'll let them go out first. But let's have a dismissal prayer. One of my dearest friends in this world is Brother Ron Huey.
Amen.
Brother Ron and his wife were married in this church many years ago. And they set a good example. They stuck to one another and stuck to the Lord through all these years. As we dismiss in prayer, I'd like to ask Brother Huey, if he would, to not only just thank the Lord for a good service today, but pray for them, pray for our homes. And I guess you could go ahead and pray for the food. If we set everybody loose and somebody thinks we haven't prayed, we'll pray again, okay? Any question?
We need a few minutes, plus we want them to go cut their cake, so if everyone would go back and watch them cut their cake, and the ladies can get the food ready.
All right, she said, when we pray, if you will, go over there and watch them cut the cake. If you want to take some pictures, that'll be picturesque. Take pictures of them cutting the cake, and ladies will be getting the food together, and we'll give you the signal to go in and start lining up through the line, okay?